All right, this is Taylor Wells,
And Ebraheem Al Hendi.
and this is for Lab 4, Part 1, using an embed board like the 7-digit display to display the number 5. For our setup, we referred to the book, and we set up for both 7-segment displays. So we have 2 of them set up, and we got this from page 103 from the book. And for our we referred to this thing of how to code it, which is actually on page. Oh shoot! It's on in the slides on right here. That's our basic idea of how we got our code for this, and we had to change it a little bit. Or here's our setup. You can see we have our 2 displays right there, which we were only supposed to have 1, but we set up both of them. So that means on our code, we had to have all 20 pins set instead of just the original 10. And we had to change from the book. We had to change it from a 3 to do a 5. So the first 7 or 8 of these go to the first one, and this will display a 5, and the last one we just turned off. So as you can tell, the last one's just turned off, and we're displaying a 5. Okay, this is Lab 4, Part 2. We're using our 7-segment display to show 0 through 9 and also the decimal. Our code, we got this from his slides right here, and we just had to modify it a little bit to add the decimal to it. And so here is our code on the computer. As you can see, we ran it fairly fast at 0.2 seconds for its waiting, so it goes through it fairly quickly. And our setup is the same, and this is what it does. You can see it goes 1 through 9 and decimal.
Yeah.
What I'm doing, like 5 lines of
This is Lab 4, Part 3, with our 2 of our displays going from 0 to 9.9. We got our code from the book, starting with page 109 at the very bottom, and then there's segments here and here, going over to page 111, and then there's also a little bit on 112. So we just basically referenced the book and copied it, and then here we put it on the computer. As you can see, we had to make some little, not classes, but functions of them. And here's our main, and then the segment display with CPP, and then seg display with H, host IO CPP, host IOH, and when we go to we put it on our board, which is set up the same way as it has been, and we go to our serial port, and it says type 2-digit numbers, and so if we type 55, we see 5.5, and we leave, and we'll do 65, and it shows 6.5. So you don't put the decimal in. The decimal's always on. And yeah,
Because it goes from everything's open office. I don't know if he has an office.
0 to 9.9, and this is the easiest way to get
Yeah,
it.
there.
yep.
Thanks.